How do you pick up the threads of an old life? How do you go on when in your heart you begin to understand there is no going back?
Yeah, fuck it. We're back. Hey everybody, I'm the Finer Print. Sorry for not uploading for a while, something other than parodies or live streams. I just thought I'd get back to doing some reaction videos, and I found something interesting from Vox.
If the US and North Korea had a Facebook page, each country would change their status to "it's complicated" now.
Leave it to Vox. For purportedly being a news organization, you're reducing a complex geopolitical affair into a Facebook status?
It's not what we had as recently as 2017, when Trump was threatening to go to war over and over again with North Korea.
Look at this beta boy, Zach Beauchamp, senior reporter for Vox. I'm sure he's highly qualified of dealing with anything that is thrown his way when it comes to geopolitical North Korean-US relations, right? Right?
They will be met with fire and fury like the world has never seen.
You know, I actually kind of like the fact that Trump went balls out. I hated it when Obama chose to lead from behind when it came to stuff like North Korea. Here's the problem. Vox and other media outlets have always outlined how Trump is divisive, how he's going to unleash the Third World War on all of us, how he's going to build a wall, how he's going to do this, how he's going to do that. So far, Trump appears to be achieving more peace results than Obama has. And you guys are not happy about it?
Now, they're not only on speaking terms, but literally sitting in a room with each other.
Good God, you were just lamenting the fact that he threatened to go to war with them, and now that they're on speaking terms and they're trying to negotiate a peace treaty and denuclearize North Korea, all you can do is complain here? There's no satisfying some people, you know that?
The problem with this is that Trump and North Korea have very different views about what should be accomplished when you denuclearize the Korean Peninsula.
Well, fucking duh! God, this is a reductive argument if I've ever heard one. Of course it's not gonna be the same. That's what negotiations are for, you dumbass.
The US wants North Korea to give up its nuclear weapons. North Korea wants the United States to stop isolating it diplomatically and stop cutting it off from international markets. In theory, there's the makings of a deal there. For Trump, denuclearization means something called CVID, complete, verifiable, irreversible denuclearization of North Korea. They give up their nuclear weapons, and the US will always be able to make sure that they have gone away. However, for North Korea, denuclearization of the Korean Peninsula means something completely different. It means, sure, North Korea gets rid of its nukes, but the US also withdraws all its troops from the Korean Peninsula and ends its alliance with South Korea.
So that answers the title of your video. What does denuclearization mean? Okay, so you explained it. But you're not satisfied with just explaining what denuclearization is.
This has been unacceptable to every American president in the past.
Again, duh! This is what we call negotiations. Of course North Korea wants the US to withdraw its troops. Of course they want to achieve all of those goals. But it's not going to be achieved overnight. They had just signed the damn paper. Vox, you're supposed to be some sort of a political powerhouse in terms of news reporting? Good God, you can't even get shit straight.
We will be stopping the war games, which will save us a tremendous amount of money, unless and until we see that the future negotiation is not going along like it should.
Wow, it's almost like Trump doesn't want to spend money on the military. Forget I said anything. Ha! You guys don't care about facts.
What seems really good for North Korea is really bad by American standards. There's just not a great middle ground that could actually roll back North Korea's nuclear program.
Oh my God, of course! Of course! You're stating the fucking obvious here, dude!
No country with a nuclear program as advanced as North Korea's has ever denuclearized.
And you would know. You, Zach Beauchamp of Vox, would know better about how to denuclearize North Korea than all of the experts and past presidents.
A 2017 estimate from the Defense Intelligence Agency concluded that North Korea probably has up to 60 nuclear weapons.
16 nuclear weapons. All right, so if we're going to play the numbers game, let's see how many nuclear weapons the United States has. How many nuclear weapons does the U.S. have? Boom. As of July 8th, the U.S. has 6,800 warheads. 6,800 versus 60. You dumbass.
National Security Advisor John Bolton floated an idea for dealing with North Korea that he called
the Libya model.
So this is to reference an agreement struck with the Bush administration by then Libyan dictator Muammar Gaddafi to give up his nuclear program. However, Gaddafi's program was way more limited. He wasn't really even close to a bomb. And, perhaps more to the point, about 8 years after this agreement was struck, in 2011, the US backed an uprising against Gaddafi, which killed him.
You know, it's funny how you don't mention which administration it was that backed the killing of Gaddafi. Here's a reminder from your US presidential candidate.
We came, we saw, he died.
We came, we saw, he died.
Yeah, the Obama administration.
All of us collectively were not sufficiently attentive to what had to happen the day after and the day after and the day after that in order to ensure that there were strong structures in place to assure basic security and peace inside of Libya.
They wanted Gaddafi down. Not because he had nuclear arms, they just wanted him gone. Get stuffed.
To Kim, Libya is an example of what happens if you trust the United States too much. It's an example of what happens if you give up your nuclear weapons.
The difference between North Korea and Libya is like the difference between water and fire. The two are not the same countries. North Korea is a communist dictatorship. Gaddafi ran a country that changed its political compass on an almost daily basis. It was not a stable country. It was also not in the same fucking region. You ass. They're not the same.
The main reason they want them is to deter an attack. Ideally, they want to deter any war from starting by making the war seem really scary and really dangerous and really bloody.
Yes, it's called mutually assured destruction. Look it up. Mutually assured destruction literally means you both have nuclear weapons. It's a deterrence. It's not a weapon of first, second, or even third attack.
Normalizing relations is something that I would expect to do, I would hope to do when everything's complete.
Normalization is a prize from North Korea's point of view. It would mean a US embassy in Pyongyang, a North Korean embassy in Washington, ambassadors, formal diplomatic receptions.
All things that sound really, really good. But you guys don't want it to be good. You want Trump to fail. You want him to fail in this. Because if he succeeds, it flies in the face of everything you've been saying about him. He can't be a good president. He can't be a leader. He's going to bring us to the brink of the Third World War. Everything that you've been saying about this guy has been categorically proven false so far. And if he manages to pull this off, if he manages to disarm North Korea and bring them to the negotiation table, you guys are going to have such a big egg on your face. And you just can't stand it. You just sit there smug in your cozy air-conditioned office and you don't care whether or not he succeeds. You want him to fail. Why? Because it brings views to Vox.
And like, I'm saying this, and you're probably imagining that sounds ridiculous. And you're right, because it's North Korea. Because it's North Korea. Because it's North Korea.
Oh, it's North Korea. Huh, it's Russia. Huh. You make peace with enemies, you dumb shit. When Israel signed the peace accord with Egypt, they were not making peace with friends. They were making peace with enemies. What in the hell are you smoking over there at Vox?
It's hard to imagine the endgame being some kind of big deal. What's more likely is that nothing changes, or things get worse again.
Look at this image, right here. Donald J. Trump, business mogul, reality TV star, presidential candidate, and president-elect, sitting next to one of the most implacable, intractable enemies of the United States, signing an initial document to try and bring peace. But you guys don't give a shit. This is an historic event, and you guys just spit all over it.
I think he's going to do these things. I may be wrong. I mean, I may stand before you in 6 months and say, hey, I was wrong. I don't know that I'll ever admit that, but I'll find some kind of an excuse.
That was your great ending. A president who's willing to admit he's wrong. Maybe he's being a little bit flippant about it. I'll give you that. I'll concede that to you. But God, you guys have no idea what you're dealing with. You have beautiful animations, beautiful footage, beautiful music, but you have no idea what you're talking about. All you want to do is see Trump fail. So that's Vox. That's the great Vox. This is this major news organization that has formed as a response to mainstream media slacking off. On the finer print. Peace.